We are going to look at 8.4b. Keep having computer problems, so please bear with me. Okay, here we go. We have been talking about proportional relationships, and we know that for a graph, for a proportional relationship, it must go through 0, 0, which is the origin. For an equation, we know it's written in the form of y equals kx, or y equals mx. There's nothing after the x, just one number, like this example, y equals negative 7x. If we have a table, we know that the values, the ratios must be constant. When we divide y divided by x, they need to be the same number, such as 14 divided by 1 would be 14, 28 divided by 2 would be 14, and 42 divided by 3 would also be 14. On this side, we can see that the slope is negative, and it's passing through 0, 0. This one's positive. It's passing through 0, 0. And that is all the different things that have to do with proportional relationships. For slope, we have talked about rise over run. Rise is the vertical change, which is a change in y, and run is the horizontal change, which is a change in x. Instead of using this formula that is on your formula chart, it's easier to just count up 1, 2, 3. So we know the rise would be 3, and the run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The run would be 5. So therefore, the slope of this line is 3 over 5. The line is going down. We know it's a negative slope. And these slopes are not proportional. These graphs are not proportional because they're not going through 0, 0. So let's look at this. It says the graph below shows the number of coffees served per hour at a local coffee shop. So let's draw and let's see what we can find. We need to find the slope just by looking at this. And so in your notes, we know we need to find an exact point on this line. And I am going to look at right here. And then if I go down, and bear with me as I draw, I know that this goes with this. I know that this coffee shop serves 28 coffees in 1 hour. So I know the slope of the line is 28 because y divided by x is going to give me 28. 28 divided by 1 is 28. Let's look at the next one. And let's clean this up so we can see better. Here's another example. And let's see if we can find an exact point on this line. I don't see one yet. This one looks like one. Or maybe it was this one. Nope, it looks like this one. So we know that this local animal shelter does 44 pet adoptions every 6 weeks. Okay, so 44 divided by 6 would give us our number. And that number is 44 divided by 6 is going to be a little over 7. So I'm going to say 7 adoptions per week. Most of the time it comes out perfect. This one did not. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's move this out of the way. I guess I'll put it here. So let's see. A tree in the neighborhood grew 18 inches in the first 2 years after it was planted. If the tree continues to grow at this same rate, which graph best represents the growth rate of the tree in inches? Well, we know we can take this one off. So I'm going to take this one off for sure. It's not going to be that. And we know that it is 18 inches. So our years are on the X, our inches are on the Y. So we know 18 inches in the first 2 years. So that's what I need to look at. So here's 2 years. If I go up and over, is this 18? No. How about here? If I go up and over, is that 18? Yes. 18 inches to 2 years. And then, of course, this one wouldn't work over here because 2 would be here and it would go on up. Okay, let's look at another one. It says, on a field trip, there are 3 adults for every 45 students. Which graph tells us that? 3 adults for every 45 students. So it looks like the students have to be here. So if this is 30, this would be 45. That would be 60. So if we go up and over, that's not 3. Okay, here's 45. If we go up and over, that's 3, so that one works. This is 45. If we go up and over, that's not 3. And this one makes no sense whatsoever. So this is for every 3 adults, we have 45 students. So that's it. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, let's take this off real quick. And let's see, the question says, Judy can decorate 3 cakes in 5 hours. Which graph has a slope that best represents that? Well, let's look. 3 cakes in 5 hours. So here's our time, and here's our cakes. So here's 3 cakes in 5 hours, and it looks perfect. It's right here. I'm not drawing so well. So 3 cakes in 1 hour won't work. 3 cakes in 2 hours won't work. And we can't even see where this one goes, and it's not going to be the right one. But 3 cakes in 5 hours, so your answer would be A. So let's see how many more we have. Okay, we have 2 more. I'm going to move this up. And let's clear it off. And we're going to find the slope from these 2 points. Just for a recap, and let's draw. So we're going to rise 1, 2, 3. So our rise is 3, and our run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our rise is 5. And if we drew a line through those points, we could see it's going down. So it would be a negative 3 over 5. Okay? And our last one is, well, was that it? Nope, here's one more. Let's erase this. See what we got. And I think I skipped it. There we go. One more and we're finished. So let's rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We rise 6. And we're going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're also going to run 6. If we draw these line, we can see it's positive, and we know that 6 divided by 6 is 1. So our slope is 1. That'll do it for finding the slope from a graph and answering the questions by looking at the graphs. That'll do it for 8.4b. Thank you for watching.